The lights faded in, the audience murmured with restless curiosity, and the stage stood empty until one trembling silhouette stepped into the glow. No one in the crowd knew that in the next few minutes, they were about to witness a moment that would shake the entire auditorium, and leave even Simon Cowell frozen in disbelief. So before we dive into this powerful journey, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us till the end, because this story will hit you straight in the heart. A 16-year-old Filipino teen named Marco Reyes stood quietly behind the massive AGT curtains, clutching the microphone so tightly his knuckles turned white. He had traveled thousands of miles from a small province in the Philippines, carrying nothing but a dream, a pair of worn-out sneakers, and the voice his late grandfather said would one day change the world. Back home, life had never been easy. Marco's mother worked double shifts at a local bakery, and his father drove a jeepney from sunrise to sunset just to make ends meet. Their home was small, their struggles many, but their bond was unbreakable. Music had always been Marco's escape. Every night, after the power outages they called brownouts, he would sit outside under the stars and sing Elvis songs his grandfather taught him, songs that somehow made the darkness feel brighter. But the day his grandfather passed away, Marco stopped singing completely. His voice cracked not from emotion, but from grief. The melodies felt too heavy, until one late night, Marco found an old voice recording on his grandfather's phone. "Sing, Anik. The world needs to hear you." He played that recording again and again until he found the courage to sing once more. When AGT auditions opened, Marco's cousin secretly recorded him singing "Can't Help Falling in Love" during a family gathering. The next week, she submitted the video. No one expected a reply, yet 3 months later, Marco was standing backstage, moments away from singing in front of the harshest judge in the world. As he walked onto the stage, the crowd welcomed him with gentle applause. His voice shook when he introduced himself. I'm Marco Reyes from the Philippines," he said shyly. Simon squinted, leaning forward. "And what made you come all the way here?" Marco inhaled deeply. "My grandfather believed I had something special. I want to make him proud." A hush fell over the room. Then the music began. Marco closed his eyes, and the first note escaped, not timid, not trembling, but rich, warm, and unbelievably powerful. It wasn't just a voice, it was a voice that echoed with soul, history, and heartache. A voice that carried every sacrifice, every late-night practice, every tear he hid from his parents. The audience gasped. The judges leaned forward. Simon's eyes narrowed, not with doubt, but with surprise. Marco's tone had the unmistakable depth of Elvis Presley, but with a modern sweetness that made it uniquely his own. High notes flowed like silk, low notes rumbled with emotion. By the second verse, people were already rising to their feet. By the final note, pure, crisp, and impossibly steady, the entire auditorium exploded. A full standing ovation. Marco lowered the mic, stunned, tears welling in his eyes. He had never seen so many people cheering for him, not even close. Simon didn't speak immediately. He simply stared at Marco, then finally said, "That did not sound like a 16-year-old. That was unbelievable. You have an Elvis-level voice, only rarer. Because it comes from your soul." The audience screamed. Before Marco could even breathe, Simon reached forward and slammed the golden buzzer. Golden confetti rained from above. Marco fell to his knees, overwhelmed, sobbing into his hands. He could practically hear his grandfather whispering, "I told you, Anik, the world needs you." His mom and dad rushed on stage, embracing him tightly. In that moment, their struggles, their sacrifices, their sleepless nights, it all felt worth it. Marco wasn't just singing for himself. He was singing for them. For every Filipino kid who dreamed big despite the odds. For every family that held on, even when life tried to break them. As the confetti settled, Marco stood with new confidence. His journey was no longer about fear, it was about purpose. He had a chance to change lives, to inspire people, to prove that even a kid from a tiny province could stand on one of the biggest stages in the world and shine brighter than anyone expected. His story became a reminder that talent has no nationality, dreams have no borders, and miracles often bloom from the most unexpected places. So if this story touched your heart even a little, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this journey with someone who needs a little hope today. Because sometimes, all it takes is one voice to inspire millions.